We turn now to our weekly segment, TikTalk, where we take a closer look at the story behind the sensation. You know, when you hear about a chameleon going viral online, this may not be what comes to mind. Author and creator Amy Wilson is behind the popular cartoon Queer Chameleon. The colorful character is known for transforming into the colors of the pride flag and talks about queer experience. Let's take a quick look.
Are you a girl?
No.
Are you a boy?
No.
I'm just a person.
I am.
A person or a chameleon? That's the question. And joining us now all the way from the UK is Amy. Welcome to the show, Amy.
Hey, thanks for having me.
It's very adorable, a queer chameleon. Explain to us how you came up with this concept.
It actually came from a different idea that I had during COVID, which was like a webcomic about animals that were dealing with sort of anxieties. And I did one that was about a chameleon, and it was sort of based on my own experience coming out, where it sort of accidentally turned the color of the pride flag. But then the other chameleon just sort of said, "I'm proud of you." And that comic sort of blew up. And then I realized that there was potentially another idea in it. And I got onto TikTok and it exploded.
I love that. And so let's talk about your book, Queer Chameleon and Friends. These comics are essentially a snapshot of some of the elements of LGBTQ life. Did you draw from your own experiences for this?
It was a real mix. I think because I'm bisexual, I have, I guess, that experience and that perspective, but I really wanted to make it as broad as possible. So I spoke to people in the community, friends, family, and try to cover sort of as many different parts of the community so that people felt like they were seen across the whole book.
I love that the animation allows you to tackle sensitive topics like coming out, as you suggested, identity, which can be all over the rainbow, sexual orientation, as well as stereotypes. Why is it important for you to address these struggles using the cartoon?
I think it's a fiercely discussed topic, like across all of the different experiences of the community. And I think sometimes it can be challenging to really articulate those things. And also you look at the person who's saying them and you obviously just take into account what their perspective is. So I think sort of making it simple, making it bright and colorful just makes it a little bit easier to understand. And even to kind of give to people who are not close to the community, it makes it really simple for them to understand as well.
It also occurs to me that that might just be turning down the temperature on some of these hot button issues. Now, here in the States, we know that book bans in libraries and classrooms are one of those hot button issues all across the United States. What is your message to, I don't know, authority figures, lawmakers, administration people who challenge your book and others that have LGBTQ+ content?
I think it's looking at actually what the messages are inside the books, because I think people see it as a threat. They see it as something that is damaging to people, children, but actually ultimately what the books talk about is things like acceptance, learning about other people, learning about other people's experiences and perspectives. And I don't know why that would be a bad message for anybody to read.
And do you have an age group that you're looking at? And obviously you're not just targeting the LGBTQ+ community. This is about empathy too. What do you hope people take away from the book?
To learn more about each other. I think that's really, there are things that I learned making the book. Like I had a really narrow understanding of like LGBTQI+ issues, even just from like being a 32-year-old woman. And so I think just taking that moment to kind of have a look at the different comics and just think, actually, there's probably more I could learn about these people.
Well, Amy, thank you for joining us. Thanks for sharing your stories. And we can all pre-order Queer Chameleon and Friends wherever books are sold. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.